Again, the United States has to suck it up, pay the lion's share of the takeover of the Western world, and ask for seconds, choking down every forced spoonful. Everyday Americans pay the price for this globalist plot to run our country and collective culture into the ground by leaving the United States in economic ruin, with roving tribes left to pick at what's left. Here, with reaction to this global influx, is Gordon Chang, proud hawk on communist China. Gordon, welcome.
Thank you so much, Chanel.
Talk about China's role in all of this. I know that I just laid out kind of UN's role, but it's hard to talk about the UN without also talking about China and its role in how those decisions and funds are dispersed. So is China conspiring with the United States to affect and impact our immigration?
I think China is behind some of this immigration, and they're sending operatives into the United States to attack us. You know, if we go back 2 years, we were seeing primarily family groups for Chinese coming across our southern border. And those were people who wanted to live in a free society. But now, about 2/3 of Chinese migrants are single males of military age traveling without family members, coming in packs of 5 to 15. And Chanel, while this is occurring, we are seeing these increased incursions and attempted incursions into our military bases by Chinese. So I think that they are trying to scope out our bases in preparation for attacks. We're seeing Chinese migrants take target practice just immediately after they arrive in our country. This is an extremely dangerous situation. And one more point. There was a secret Chinese biological weapons lab in Reedley, California, which had at least 20 pathogens, according to the official count, and almost 1,000 mice that had been genetically engineered to spread disease. Take the migrants and the mice, and you have a biological attack on the United States in preparation for China's attack on us and our friends and partners.
Why would they be preparing with target practice? I mean, surely if they wanted to be effective with weapons, we would be seeing a lot more of these people around. I mean, I don't think we see as much of an influx on the Chinese, military age migrant side as we are with the military age, south of the border side. How is that plan ostensibly playing out?
Well, there have been reports of Chinese migrants taking target practice around the United States. And, these are people who have come across the border within, for instance, in one case, within 3 weeks with no money, no documentation. And there they are practicing how to kill people with pistols and, in one case, a sniper rifle. So this is deeply suspicious. And there have been other indications of problems. Just to give you an example, it's not just our southern border.
The lab you just mentioned. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and it's not just our southern border, because in February, Border Patrol apprehended 3 Chinese migrants trying to sneak into Maine. And on the U.S. side were Chinese nationals who were obviously there by prearrangement to help them in. If you're coming into the U.S. because you want the debit card from New York City, you surrender to Border Patrol. You try to evade Border Patrol if you're coming in for malicious purposes, which is exactly what was happening in that incident in Maine. So clearly, we've got problems on both sides, from Canada and from Mexico.
Well, that's a great point, especially about the debit cards. The lab you mentioned in California, this seems like we're playing out a very familiar storyline, except it's right here on our soil.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.